Thanks again for fill, guys. Thank you, thank you. We're doing 4 boxes of Finest, break number 26. Those are your teams. Soccer Breakers FC, that's me. If you're interested in joining our breaks, join our Facebook group, Soccer Breakers FC. Check out our website, www.soccerbreakersfc.com. Follow us on Instagram, Soccer Breakers. If you're watching on YouTube, guys, please be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel if you haven't done so yet. We're on 5 nights a week. All you got to do is click that little subscribe button. And thank you guys for giving us the thumbs up on the video. That helps us out. 35 of you have given us the thumbs up. That's always truly appreciated. Here we go, guys. Let's get this rocking. After this, Ian, sorry, buddy, I gotta clear the screen and check payments and all that instead of doing 2 at the same time. So after, we will do a filler for Obsidian. It'll just, once we finish this break and I clear that one, I'll check payments and I'll drop another filler for you guys. Assuming it's needed. Yeah, I mean, obviously if it's needed. If it sells out without a filler, then we won't be able to do it. But yeah, there's like, all the big teams are sold. There's only some cheap teams left. And if you guys, yeah, I mean, I'd love to do both. If you guys can buy into 89 and get that close to where we can do a filler, we could do a double filler for 88 and 89, then just break the whole case. OG of Southampton. That's right. We've been breaking since May of 2014, so it's been a while. All right, here we go. No, I mean, when I started, it was basically me, George, who's still doing it, GB Sports Card, and another guy named Sook. It was Sook Young. His name was SUK. Sook, he was from Orange County. Nice guy. He, Korean breaker. He was from US. He was from Orange County. So just pretty much the 3 of us. And then a little bit later, Nordy started, I think, and then Nordy was doing it, but then Nordy became like, he was mostly doing like 5Ks, 10K. He was doing like bigger breaks. That was his thing. But as far as, being on every day, it was pretty much me and George back then, and Sook a little bit. And Sook was around for a couple years. But back then there weren't that many. I mean, Irving used to do some soccer back then. Monero Sports Cards, he still does, but very little. Irving's been breaking longer than I have. He started maybe about a year or so before I did. George was breaking. I mean, I started breaking with George like in 2012, 13. Remember back then, George used to put like one case of NT football on the screen, and it would take like 2 days to fill. You'd come back like every 5-6 hours, and there'd be like 2 more teams sold, and literally it would take like 2 days to fill it. Everything was done live on breakers.tv back then. There you go. Thank you, Rob, for that. Yeah, it was different back then. And back then, everything was on Breakers TV. So I was basically on Breakers TV. People would just kind of pop in, and I started off on eBay, and we'd do like a 3-box break of World Cup Prism, and then after that, people would be like, "Well, do you have any more?" And we just like try to fill it right there while I was on. I used to do a lot of draft breaks, which were, teams. It was like 8 spots. So we take, let's say, a case and we divide it 8 ways. Let's say it was like I remember it was like 100 because it was like $1,400 a case for World Cup Prism. So it was like $175 a spot, 8 spots. And each spot got 4 teams. So we do like a snake draft and 3rd round reversal. So it was always like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, then 8 through 1, 8 through 1, 1 through 8. And we'd pick teams, and then we'd open the case. I did like hundreds, at least like 200 cases of World Cup Prism like that. That was like our main format. Yeah, we did team drafts, so you would draft your teams, and then we would open up the case after that. Yeah, it was like, who else started? Yeah, it's like, then later on, like, yeah, Roman's dad used to break with me. I think Roman's dad used to break with me, and then Roman started, and yeah, because I think Roman started maybe 2-3 years ago. That Golden Goal group used to be, belonged to a different guy. And it used to be like a Raz group, and then I guess Roman took it over and made it into a break group. And Austin too. Austin started probably right around the time when Roman started. A lot of people popped up. I mean, there were a lot of guys like Icky was brave, but Icky, started off breaking with me, and then Icky started probably in 2018 maybe. I want to say 17, 18. Well, he started breaking with me in maybe 17, and then he started breaking in 18, I think. Yeah, I mean, Tinky started, he was breaking with me too, yeah, in Australia. Tinky started, I think, last year, right? Like a year or 2 ago. Yeah, Ithy, the guy, he's in Thailand, and he's a very nice guy too. Pretty much everybody that breaks soccer, I haven't really had any bad guys breaking soccer, honestly. You've been lucky. Everybody's been pretty nice. Alright, here we go. That's right, Tinky is a legend. Gravenberch, Tinky and Cripsy there. Refractor, Mbappe. But yeah, we go way back. Oh, thank you, Kobe. John Terry. Kenneth Taylor. Autograph. Callum Hudson-Odoi, 49 of 75. Mukoko. Refractor, Sabitzer. Count Doku. Viali. Nice. Gold Rodrigo, 24 of 50. Gold for Real de Madrid. Zolo. Well, Sancho to 250. Or is it 250? 192 of 250. Draft break for Eminence? I mean, the only type of draft break we used to do for Eminence was hit drafts, but back then, you know, it was like, you know, cases were going for like 8,000. We used to do it like $2,000 buy-in, and each spot got like, you know, 3 cards for like $2,000, which, you know, now would be like an amazing deal. But if we did that now, it would be like $10,000. You know, it would be 10,000. You'd get 4 spots. I mean, I could do it, but Kimmich. Timo Werner. Cristiano Ronaldo. Tyler Adams to 99. Jude Bellingham. Refractor. Pedri. Julio Cesar. Curtis Jones. Sapi. I mean, I was thinking about that. Honestly, right now, at the current price, it would be like... it would be like probably like 10,500 if you paid regular, 10,000 if you paid gift, and it would be like a 4-spot hit draft. Not too many people could afford that. Listen, you could split spots, I guess. You know, but each spot would get you a minimum of 3 cards. You might get 4 if we get lucky and get more than 12 cards in the case. But at a minimum, we're guaranteed at least 12 cards. So if we did a 4-spot hit draft, it would be like basically 10 grand, and you'd get 4 cards. We did Sapphire quite a bit for Champions League the year that had Haaland and Fati, but you know, yeah, I have a few boxes of it left, but it got so expensive that I didn't do it anymore. But I have a few boxes. We could do like some mixers or something. It just would be very expensive if it had sapphire in it. I think I only have like 3 or 4 boxes left. Yeah, we could do mix. I mean, I'd have to just figure out the number of packs. How many does Finest have? I forgot. I think it has 12 packs per box, right? So if we did 3 boxes, it would be 36 packs. But yeah, it would be a little bit pricey, but I could figure something out. Actually, not too bad, I guess, if we went to 18 spots. Marley Ake. There's Mukoko. Kimmich. There's Ronaldo. To 175, Kaleta Carr. Taylor. Mukoko. Rashford. And Virgil van Dijk to 125. Yeah, you always got to add like a couple bucks to if you do it based on prices, just because it's 18 packages. But if you want to go on prices, that's how I do it. I always add about $2-3 to cover shipping. But I can tell you exactly what it would be based on what I've got. I'd probably be on that. I'd probably be at about 96 is probably where I would be. Kenneth Taylor. There's Dembele. Bellingham, De Bruyne. It depends on the product, Troy. It always depends on the product and what I'm in it for. Yeah, I mean, I'm looking at it. Blowout's pretty much at my cost right now on Finest. So, and I don't have a lot of Finest left. So, Finest, if you wanted Mosaic and H2 and that stuff, I can pretty much match them. Rashford, it just depends on the product. Wrench, Sancho. Burkowski. I mean, I can, but I probably wouldn't just because I'd be paying pretty much what Blowout's at right. I mean, I pretty much paid what Blowout's at right now to get them in the first place. So, and I'll tell you guys, that's why like Topps totally screwed us on this one. Yeah. Yeah, honestly, that's why usually I don't put Finest in things, because I'll tell you guys, that was my cost on Finest, so it's hard to. Yeah, I think Blowout probably got it a little bit cheaper, obviously, but. Rashford to 150. Musiala. Kimmich. Yeah, it was 371 plus 2%. So, because they always charge me an extra 2%. Because if you pay by credit card. Doku. Yeah, I mean, this was supposed to be 125. They went from 125 to 371, which pretty much killed all of us. But that's why on the Panini stuff, I can, I have better margins. So, Bellingham. Schneider. Yeah, I was actually glad I didn't get that much Finest, because yeah, I mean, most of the ones we moved, it was at like 450 to 500 at the start, so that wasn't too bad. That's about where, you usually are at about 20%, but yeah, now it's at like basically 0% almost. Yeah, they tripled it. I know Topps cost, I think, to the dealers was like 320. I think 310 or something like that to GTS, and then GTS obviously bumps it up for us. I know some were selling it a little bit cheaper, but in small quantities. But the cheapest I heard anybody getting it at was like maybe 340 something from distributors. But unfortunately, GTS is usually a little bit higher. Camavinga, Sapi, Zobo, Mahrez, yeah, I can do that for you. Wesley Schneider, Gold, Sabitzer, Boom Diddy, Lucas Perrin, 21 of 50, Gravenberch, Refractor, Natera, Bottle, and Holland. So oh yeah, that one. Wow, that was actually a refractor. Sorry, I didn't see that. I thought that was a base. That's actually a refractor, Musiala. Yeah, that's a nice one there. Congrats. After this, we will do museum. That's sold out. The one you see on the right of your screen. Let me do this while we're waiting. That's what's left in Obsidian, so hopefully we can get that Obsidian going. Maybe Impeccable Wave 2. Actually, you know what? Let me do this. Alright, here we go. I know, that's what they said. They started, when they raised the prices, I mean, people were saying, oh, it must have, Mbappe. They must have signed Mbappe. They have so much on card. And then it just turned out to be all crap. Bellingham. There's Ronaldo. Haidara to 250. Alberto. Curtis Jones. Griezmann. Gravenberch. Rashford. Alexander Arnold. Billy Gilmore, Boom Diddy, Alphonso Davies, Fusion. Unubar, Tillman, that one's to 250, Fati, Lewandowski, Maris, who are we talking about? Oh, you mean you're just talking about the on-card autos? Yeah, I haven't seen any. Has anybody seen an on-card on eBay or anywhere? Oh, the Messi and Hollands are on-card? Is that... Have any popped up on eBay? Oh yeah, I mean, if there's none on eBay by now, I think that's a pretty good indication that, you know, maybe they just put like one of each, like the golden goose or whatever. Alright. Holland, Gilmore, Tillman, Ronaldo, Curtis Jones, Gravenberch, Zobo, Gravenberch, Doku, Ronaldo, Curtis Jones, Doku, Zobo, Gravenberch. We've got Borkowski, Ronaldo to 175, Keletakar rookie, Mbappe refractor. That is Hudson Odoi, Masters KDB, Ansu Fati to 250, Haidara, Alexander Arnold to 150 to 50. That is Sabitzer, Sapi to 125, Botto to 250, Rashford to 150, Hudson Odoi to 250, Van Dijk to 125, Rodrigo to 50, Jadon Sancho to 250. We had a prize footballers fusion, red and gold, Alphonso Davies. Autographs, Unuvar, Luis Alberto, Ake, Taylor, and Perrin. Let's see here. Dortmund without Jude. Who had Jude? Oh, let me change it like this. You guys can see it better. Oops, I don't need to do that. There's that one. Alright, so then we had a Camavinga. We had Masters Ronaldo. We had Musiala refractor for Bayern. We had Pedri refractor for Barca. That's Tyler Adams to 99. We had Mukoko, 2 base and a refractor. And Jude, we had 2 prize footballers and 2 base. The Jude spot was Ryan Burrows. Yeah, that honestly worries me a little bit, but Ryan Burrows just shows how difficult it is to hit them if there are none up there by now. I remember that one year Topps had the dual auto Messi and Ronaldo. I think it was at a museum, and they advertised that card, and I think there was just one, if I'm not, there was just a one of one of that card, and maybe a few, or there might have been like 5 base and one of one or something like that, but oh, the Masters is a sticker. Yeah. Alright, thank you for that, guys. Now we're gonna go on to music.